Hey, what's up? This is Octo, and welcome to my 5,000 subscriber Q&A, where I'm going to read all of your questions and try my hardest not to provide a sarcastic response. Right off the bat, I just want to say it's been very hot this week. Very hot for September. If you didn't listen to my last video where I was just kind of like providing a little update, totally understandable, by the way. But where I live, I have been in a heat wave for the past like entire week. So I have my AC running. It's hot. And we're just gonna deal with the noise. And if I can't remove it in post editing, then we're just gonna deal with some AC noise. But I really want to record this while I've got the free time tonight, so we're gonna do it. Anywho, explanations and apologies out of the way, I want to just say thanks for 5,000 subscribers. Again, just like I said in my 2,000 subscriber video 3 months ago, that happened incredibly fast. Especially for the kind of content that I'm making. So, very, very grateful. Let's do this Q&A and let's have some fun. You guys left a lot of comments this time. I forget just how many there were in the last one, but I just want to jump right into it because I know how long the last video was. And that was after a lot of cutting things out because I just sat there and thought for a moment, or like I really rambled about some things. So, first question. Bread? I'm not sure how I'm supposed to answer. Bread is good. I'm not the biggest fan of bread, but it is a staple in a lot of cuisines. Yes, bread is good. Next question. How long are you planning to do ASMR videos? And do you ever think you'll make another channel for other types of videos? Unless you already have one. Yes, I think I did answer this in my last Q&A, and I've posted about it on my community tab a couple times, but I don't really talk about it a lot because it's not exactly an active channel anymore. But I have a channel where I post like music mashups and like the occasional self-produced remix, if you will, as well as like just stupid, silly memes and dumb posts like that. But there is some stuff on that channel that I'm really proud of, and I'll definitely link it in the description because there's some stuff in there that I'd like you guys to know about if you don't know of it yet. Next question. What made you decide to start this channel? Did you get inspiration from someone? I think this is another one that I answered in the last video. I mean, obviously I'm going to answer it again because there's 3,000 more of you who probably didn't get to hear that answer last time, right? So here we are again. It's something that I did want to do for years. The mic that I currently have is like, I bought it used 4 or 5 years ago. Like, I've had this microphone for years, and ASMR is something that I've wanted to do for a while. Traditional ASMR, as I call it, with like people whispering and tapping on things and stuff like that, was the original kind of ASMR that I wanted to make years ago, and that never happened because it's just like, it felt awkward, as if this isn't awkward to record these kinds of audios. But nonetheless, I did take inspiration from another ASMR artist's audio. You might know them. If you go all the way back to my first video on this channel, and it's basically a reversed point of view of their video. And I wanted to give them credit and everything, and they were like, yeah, go ahead, do it. So I did. And now I'm here. Next question. What is your favorite video game? And as a follow-up to that, what's your favorite RPG, if you have one? RPGs aren't really a genre that I play often. unless you count like the Zelda series as an RPG, but I think of them more as like an action adventure type of thing. I can't say I play Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts like ever, but something about them is so nostalgic to me, and so I don't know, just the visuals and the aesthetics of those games are gorgeous, and the music is so beautiful that I don't even have to play the games to admire them, I feel like. I've played some goofy ones, like the weird, like, the Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. That was a good one. On the Game Boy Advance, I played that a lot as a little kid. But my favorite video game, above all, if you couldn't tell from my channel name, is Bayonetta. And I did mention Bayonetta in my most recent audio, actually. Like really briefly, because I was actually playing Stardew Valley, which I'm also really liking lately, and I'm kind of slacking, but I was playing Stardew Valley pretty frequently, and I fell off because I fell back into Bayonetta. If I'm honest, in my last Q&A 3 months ago, I said that I did not finish Cereza and the Lost Demon yet, and I still haven't jumped back into that game and finished it. I'm still only halfway through Bayonetta Origins. But Bayonetta is definitely, just without a doubt, my favorite video game series ever. It's almost a year ago that we got Bayonetta 3, and I'm already looking forward to Bayonetta 4. That's what I'll say about that. It's so, oh my gosh, my favorite ever. Next question. Thoughts on Dr. Pepper? Bussin'? I don't know. I'm not a big soda drinker either. Like water is my number one beverage above all else, if I'm perfectly honest. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a coffee and tea kind of person when it comes to flavored things, or like a lemonade or an iced tea. But Dr. Pepper's pretty good when it comes to soda. Next question. Do you listen to your own ASMR or the ASMR of other artists? I only listen to my own videos when I'm editing them, or like right after I upload the videos, I listen through the whole thing and make sure I didn't like screw up any of the editing. But that's all I really do with it. I do listen to other ASMR artists though. I'm just a fan of the content itself, so I started making my own. The next person says, congratulations on 5K. My question is, does your plushie have a name? Do you even give it a name at all? You know, I've got these 2 plushies here, and I've had them for 3 or 4 months now. Probably longer than that even. Time is a blur anymore. But I've got the legendary Cabbage Dog, and more often than not, I just call him Cabbage Dog. But sometimes I will call him Puppy. And I've got another one that's a beige and white Shiba Inu puppy, and I just call him Doggy. I'm very lacking in creativity for naming plushies. At this point, it's been so long that I'm just calling them what they are that, no, I'm probably never going to name at least these 2. I don't know. I'm not going to promise that I'll change its name at this point. It's just been that long. Although, if I ever end up with more plushies in the future, I'll definitely ask for name recommendations. Next question is, should I throw Mario down a bottomless pit? And the person that asked that is literally Yoshi from Super Mario. And they have like the smiling emoji with the hearts floating all around it. You know, that sounds very evil. I don't know what Mario did to you, but you must have a reason to want to throw him in a bottomless pit. So I'm going to say yes, you should. After all, he can probably just jump back out. He's probably got another 98 lives. Next person asks, why are you gay? Why shouldn't I be? Honestly, why shouldn't I be? That's what I'm going to ask you. Are men not beautiful? Have you never seen Henry Cavill? Next question. How would you describe your fashion style? Also, do you have any tattoos? I don't have any tattoos, but if I did get one, it would probably be like, and I'm not even sure where on my body it would be, maybe on like my upper arm or something. the Umbra Witch symbol from Bayonetta, I think would make a really cool tattoo. Plus it would be like pretty simple, just like black line art. I like more simple tattoos like that, even though there is a lot of it's kind of an intricate design, more or less. If I wanted something super simple though, and still Bayonetta themed, I would do Bayonetta's logo from Super Smash Bros., which is just like a plain old crescent moon with the left eye in the middle of the crescent. I think either one of those would be really cool tattoos. Oh, and as for the fashion sense question, I'm one hell of a graphic t-shirt kind of guy. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I do wish that I had like cooler clothes, prettier clothes, but it's kind of the least of my worries. But yeah, I have a pretty casual sense of fashion. Sorry if that's disappointing. Next question. What is your zodiac sign? Alright, so I just looked up my big three because I always know my sun sign is Capricorn, but I wanted to know my big three. I'm a Capricorn sun, Aries moon, Gemini rising. I don't know anything about astrology. Do with that what you will. Next person asks, what's your favorite season? Summer is way too hot. I cannot stand excessive heat or humidity, so summer is not for me. And I don't like winter because, I don't know, sometimes it is kind of cozy, but sometimes it's like, okay, I'm tired of everything being gray and dreary and covered in ice. May and September have to be my favorite months of the year, but this September currently is changing my mind because autumn weather just refuses to come around. We're really clinging to summer weather this year. I just want autumn weather. I want cozy weather. I want to wear my sweaters and my hoodies again. I want to be comfy and cozy and drink hot beverages, you know? I want cuddle weather to come back. So I'm going to say spring and fall or autumn, whichever you want to call it, are both tied for my favorite season. Next person asks, are you planning on doing a gaming channel? Not exactly. Not so much. I don't know. The closest thing that I will do to a gaming channel is make more audios where I'm just sitting and gaming and talking to my microphone. Same person also asks, what is a food that you hate that you wish you liked because a lot of people like it? Ooh. I literally have to pause recording and think about that for a second. It's not like this is exactly a popular food. Like, it's not like everybody loves this. It's not like a pizza or a cheeseburger type of thing. But I just can't vibe with shrimp. I think it is a textural, like, sensory nightmare to eat shrimp. And I think of what they look like before they're like, you know, like, when a shrimp is alive, it looks like a big bug. And I can't eat bugs. So I can't eat a shrimp. Does that make sense? I hope that's a valid answer. Next person asks, what inspires you the most in life? I mean, happiness? Is that a good answer? Things are just about kind of like feeling good, don't you think? This feels like a therapy question, I'm sorry. It feels like I'm in either a job interview or therapy, and I'm really trying to provide a positive answer. But I feel so nihilistic after reading that question. The joy that some people feel. Not even just happiness, but joy. The genuine satisfaction that people have with where they are in life. I want that. And I think everybody should want that, and everybody should have that. Next person asks, if you had a pet, what would it be? Also, do you like cats? Well, I do have a pet. I have 3 pets. I have a dog and 2 cats. So yeah, I love cats and I love dogs. I just love animals. The next person asks, Do you know another ASM artist called A Warm Coffee Mug? Ooh, yes. Yes, I do. He's got some good audios, actually. I've been listening to his stuff for a few years. I can't say I've, like, heard every single one of his audios, but I like how he has, like, such detailed and diverse characters. You know, he has some pretty cool stuff, for sure. Thanks for asking, because I really could talk about other creators on here. I always say it. I've said it in my videos before, and I'll say it again. Before I am a creator of ASMR content, I am a fan of it. And that's why I'm here, man. But yeah, I would say I'm a fan. Ooh, here's a few questions. The first one from this person is, what are your hobbies? Hobbies? If I did this more often, I would say making ASMR content is a hobby of mine, but I can't say that I do it very often. People debate whether or not gaming is a hobby, but I would say that's my hobby. I like to make music. That's something I'd like to get back into one day, actually producing music. But you're asking what my hobbies are, and the only steady activity that I have in my life is gaming. I love gaming. I'm a nerd, man. I'm just a huge gamer nerd. Your next question is, if you could go to any country, city, or place on Earth, where would it be and why? Wow. There's a lot of different places in the world that I want to see. I want to go pretty much anywhere in Europe. I watched Goat Story a couple months ago when that was blowing up. I really want to go to Prague and see the clock tower. Other than that, I mean, Shibuya. Just to, like, stand anywhere in Shibuya and look around for 5 seconds would be a satisfying moment for me. Your third question is, I love your ASMRs. What made you start to do ASMRs? See, I answered that one already, so refer to earlier in the video. But yeah, basically, other people's ASMR made me start doing it, and I was a fan of it for years. Your fourth question is, why are you so cute and adorable? Like, I know you have heard this hundreds and dozens of times, but when I think of you, I think of cute and adorable. Well, that's very sweet, thank you. I don't know, it's just how I am, I guess. Totally not making me blush. The next person asks, where did the channel name come from, and what made you pick it? Well, my channel name, I think I just explained this as well earlier. It's Umbran Octo, because Bayonetta is an Umbra witch, and Bayonetta is my favorite video game franchise ever. So, I just wanted to have some kind of homage to the Bayonetta franchise. I love it so much. I could talk about it forever. I'm gonna make an audio eventually where I'm just rambling about Bayonetta. Oh, and the Octo thing, but Octo was just a totally random name that sort of popped into my brain once, and I pieced it together as Umbran Octo. Next question is, I know you like Bayonetta, but have you ever played any of the Devil May Cry games? Yes, I absolutely have. I've only played the first Devil May Cry and Devil May Cry 3, and I love them a lot. I got into Devil May Cry because of Bayonetta. I know Bayonetta and Dante were both created by Hideki Kamiya. I know that much, but they're very similar in gameplay style, of course, and I would love to see a crossover. I don't care about any of, like, the lore not perfectly aligning. I want a Dante and Bayonetta crossover so bad. Absolutely. That would be so good. I don't even care what happens. I would like them to be on each other's good side. Like, some kind of, like, a cool epic battle would be cool to see between them, but I don't think they'd be, like, enemies. I don't think they would. I don't know. That's just my headcanon at that point. You're in the comment here and you're saying that you recommend 3 through 5. If I had a console or a PC that could handle DMC5, I would be playing it right now. And I've heard how trashy the second game is. It's like the entire fanbase just can't stand DMC2, apparently. So I did steer clear of that one, and I just went right from 1 to 3. But yeah, they're great games, and I should play them more often. What was your favorite video you've ever done, and what is your opinion on anime? Anime is pretty cool. It's not something that I watch often. Attack on Titan is great. Attack on Titan's probably my favorite anime. I watched Given for the first time this year, and I need more. I don't care if it's over. I need more. I'm gonna read the manga just so I can experience it. My favorite video I ever made, though, probably the most recent one, where I was just gaming and talking about it the whole time. That was fun. Like, that was genuinely fun. I also like, and it's gonna sound like because it's my most popular video, but my most popular video, the good boy one and the puppy one, were really fun to record. They were just fun to record. And I will admit, I like the response that those ones got too, but it's because I liked those videos so much. They're my favorite kind of ASMR content, if I'm honest. So making it and getting such a great, so many people like it, that's great because I like it too. Next question. Are you single? Am I single? That's a question I'm gonna leave up in the air. Sorry. Which Bayonetta game is your favorite and why? Who's your favorite character out of said game? And what's your favorite weapons? Also, I love your videos. Hehehe. Thank you. My favorite Bayonetta game in the series, I'm gonna have to go with the first one. I'm gonna have to go with Bayonetta 1, if you would call it that. It's kind of a toss-up between Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2, though, because while I probably have more hours in the second game because it's easier, if I'm honest. The gameplay is easier. I like the visuals of the second game more than the first game, but I like the character design better in the first game. I like the story better in the first game. But 3 is pretty great too. I think Bayonetta 3 gets a lot of slack where it doesn't deserve it. I appreciate that we have that game at all after the years and years of waiting for that game. It was so worth it, even if it wasn't up to everybody's expectations. I love the whole series. I really do. But if I had to pick a favorite series, if I had to pick a favorite game in the franchise, it would be the first Bayonetta game. And my favorite character out of that one would probably be Luca. I don't know though, because Jean is great. Jean is friggin' awesome. And I love that she's voiced by Grey Delisle. I just rambled for like 5 minutes about Luca, and I'm changing my mind, and I'm cutting all of that out, because I just thought about Jean for 5 seconds and changed my mind. Jean is my favorite character in the Bayonetta series, absolutely. Yes. Without a doubt. I'll make you suffer in this life and the next. I love Jean. She's so cool. And my favorite weapon? I'm assuming you mean my favorite weapons across the whole series. So I'm gonna say, I think Chernobog is a pretty cool one. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Chernobog. Chernobog. it's it's the scythe with like, I don't know how to explain it. It's a scythe, but it's got like multiple blades on it. I like that one. I like Shiraba, the sword, the katana from the first game. I wish it was back in Bayo 3. In Bayo 3, I really like the Dead End Express because she turns into a train and it's really silly. For the Demon Masquerade, she turns into a train and it's really silly. I wish G-Pillar was a better weapon. A giant club infused with Gamora. Gamora's like the big iconic demon in the series, I feel like. It always comes back. It literally eats Jean. Sorry, Bayonetta 2 spoilers for those who haven't played the game yet. G-Pillar deserved to be a better weapon. It's too slow. It's not strong enough. But yeah, favorite weapon across the whole series, probably Shiraba. But Color My World were really cool pistols because they're purple, and purple's my favorite color. Another person asked, how do you take care of yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally? Not very well. I'm not the self-care expert here. No one's perfect, okay? I like a good mental health walk. I think I said that in my last Q&A. I probably said exactly that. Taking care of yourself isn't always about doing what makes you happy, I suppose, but doing what feels right is a very general answer and probably still the most accurate. The next question is, do you have stuffed animals? If so, how many, and which is the best? We don't pick favorites here because I gave the cabbage dog and the other doggy equal opportunities. One of them cuddles with me one night and then the other one cuddles me the next. But yes, of course I have plushies. You'll see them in my YouTube shorts. Favorite childhood movie and show and character and why? My favorite childhood movie is my favorite movie now as an adult, and it's Shrek 2. Have you never seen that? Have you never heard the audio where I ramble about Shrek 2? I'm dead serious. Shrek 2 is so iconic. Or Shrek might not be my favorite character of all time, though. Like, I don't know. I had a moment when I was like 7 or 8 years old where I just loved Sonic the Hedgehog. But like, didn't we all? Sonic X was so good. At least when I was like a little kid when it was on TV and stuff. That was so iconic. I loved like the first Yu-Gi-Oh anime and Pokemon and stuff like that. There was a Kirby anime and that was so cute. I loved the Kirby anime. What was it called? Right Back Atcha? Kirby Right Back Atcha? All of those, I used to watch them on Saturday morning as a kid, and they were so good. It's probably why I love gaming now. Okay, next question is, do you want to be friends? How do I say this without sounding so mean? I'm trying to, like, not get too personal with my listeners, if you know what I mean. Don't get me wrong, I've made some pretty good friendships and acquaintances with like some listeners of my content in the past and some fellow creators, and you can totally like talk to me on Twitter, you can reply to my tweets and stuff, but I would ask that people don't DM me, or like, unless I really know you, I'd ask that people don't add my Discord or anything like that. But yeah, like, we can all be friends. It's just friends at a distance, you know, because content creators need to be responsible about their relationship with their audience. I hope that's an okay answer. How do you get in such a mood to create such wonderful audios? It doesn't happen often. That's why my content output is so slow, if I'm perfectly honest. It just kind of happens every now and then. Like, I'll be thinking about cute stuff like that, and it just gets me in the mood to do it. There's not much else to it. It just kind of happens sometimes. I just get in the mood. Why do every one of your videos slay so much? I just slay. Apparently. That might be my favorite question so far. Someone came back from one of their comments before and said, just in case you want extra questions, will you ever stream? It's not something I plan right now, but like, it could happen in the far future. I'm just not sure what I would do on a stream. I don't know. I'm sure it's not rocket science, but it's nothing I have knowledge of. I don't know what I would talk about on a stream, but maybe one day. Maybe one day. No promises. I've tapped into other creators' streams before, and it's pretty fun to show up and be like, oh, hi. Will you or have you played Minecraft? I've played Minecraft like 2 or 3 times my whole life. It's not that I don't dislike it. I don't not like Minecraft, but it's probably not a game that I would get into. If you do like Minecraft, you're cool. I just don't like Minecraft like that. I don't dislike it though. That's for sure. Have you prepared anything for the channel besides ASMR? Not really. I want this to be a pretty exclusively ASMR focused channel, hence the name. But like I said early in the video, I do have another channel with some other sort of silly stuff and music and things like that if you want to check that out. This commenter is really sweet, by the way. Thanks for being so cool. Ooh, next question is an exciting one. Yeah, I would like to know how you're so heckin' cute. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else, we have a fellow ASMR artist in our midst. Thomas J. ASMR. Everybody. He's here. It's the guy. He commented. He asked a question. Hey Thomas. Hey TJ. How are you so heckin' cute? I don't know. I don't know. You have good audios. That's all I'm gonna say. You have very nice audios. And you're very cute too. Keep it up, buddy. I'm gonna move on to the next question. If you could be any animal or mythical creature or animal from a game, movie, etc., what would it be? I want to be... Ooh. I want to be Kirby. I just want to be a little guy. A little pink, puffy, little sweet guy. He's so jolly. Look at him. He's Kirby. I want to be Kirby. He's not an animal or a mythical creature. But that's what I'm gonna go with. Other than that, I think it would be cool to be a panda, because they just kind of tumble around and be silly. That's an animal. How gay am I? I'm gonna say on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm at least 30 on the gay scale. What are your top 3 or 5 favorite colors and why? I don't know. I guess I'm gonna say like purple is my favorite color. Various shades of purple. I like pink. I do like pink just because it's like unconventional for boys to like pink, and it just draws me to it so much more. It's just a pretty color. I don't own a lot of pink things though. And I guess like red is pretty appealing. Like a good, bright, sort of rosy crimson red. I have a very specific idea of red that I like. What kind of music do I like? It varies. I rambled a lot more about that in my last Q&A, if you want to find that on my channel, because I've already been rambling for like an hour. I'm going to have to cut a lot out. But very generally, I listen to a lot of pop and alternative. If you have any music recommendations, feel free to comment. What's my LGBTQIA plus orientation? I am a cisgender gay man. Cats, dogs, or both. If you had to choose one or the other, which would you pick? I'm going to choose both, but if I had to choose one or the other, I'm going to say cats. I want to be a cat. So bad. Just hanging out, eating food, sleeping all day, romping around, being a silly guy. I want to be a cat. How do you keep up the motivation to make videos? I'm going to say what I said before. It just sort of happens. You just got to do it. And you got to do it again. And then you got to do it again. And eventually you're way more comfortable with it. If that makes sense. You know? The more you do it, the more you get into it, the more comfortable you get. That's that sort of thing. That's how ASMR creation worked for me. Someone asked, could I please make more MDOM vids, please? Yes. Hopefully. I mean, I only made a small handful of audios that weren't exactly dominant or possessive of the listener, if I'm honest. I try to keep it kind of neutral, more or less, in some ways. But yeah, you could say that's gonna happen again, for sure. It's more or less the easier content to record anyway, in my opinion. Here are some questions in ascending order of heaviness. Lamal. How do you go about eating a muffin? Do you really want me to say that? How do I say that without sounding very inappropriate? First, I eat the bottom, and then I eat the top. How do you eat your muffins? Let me know. What is your favorite compliment you've ever received? I like when people compliment me on my hair. I like when people here on YouTube tell me that my voice is comforting. But I remember growing up, I used to be bullied for being weird, and people told me that I was scary. And it's nice to be told that I'm actually comforting and kind, and that I make people's day with this content. It's very heartwarming. What's the last thing you did for the first time? What? Wow, I'm getting very sleepy. I've been recording for a long time. The last thing I did for the first time, probably talk into a microphone with a femboy voice. Do you feel lonely often? Yeah. And I think what you said is right. There are a lot of creators who have felt the same way and found this sort of content the same way that I did, and that's why I think it's such a nice community. It's just a bunch of people that want to help each other feel less lonely, you know? That's really sweet. I think that's a great thing. Where were you on the night of the murder? Oh my gosh. Where was I? I was the one in the body bag. Okay, last question. Why are you so cute? We discussed this already. I try my best to be cute and adorable and sweet. I do. I try my best. If y'all really want an answer to that question, you know, I'll take the compliment. Thanks. Anyway, that was a lot of rambling. I don't know how long the video is going to be after I cut out some rambling, but right now I've got over an hour of audio recorded. So, thanks for all those questions. I'm not sure what the next milestone is going to be that I actually celebrate, but thank you for 5,000 subscribers. That's actually crazy. And I hope to get back to y'all with some actual audios soon. But this was really fun, and I might have to do a Q&A again because I actually just really like it. I don't know, maybe I'll make another community post sometime randomly and we'll do just a fun Q&A. Does that sound fun to you guys? I don't know. But yeah, hopefully soon, more audios. Hopefully very soon, because I'd like to put things out more frequently. It's just, life gets in the way. Regardless, thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next subscriber milestone Q&A. Bye-bye.